In our video number 13, let us discuss the savings investment approach and the adjustment mechanism. In our previous videos, we learned the economy works at equilibrium when aggregate demand is equal to aggregate supply. We also learned there are two approaches to determine equilibrium in an economy. The first approach being the ADAS approach and the second one savings investment approach or the SI approach. Now, equilibrium level of income or output is that level of income or output at which ex ante savings and ex ante investment are equal. That is, S is equal to I. It is not always possible for the economy to work at equilibrium. However, it adjusts itself to attain equilibrium at every level of income. Let us understand that with the help of a graph. Now here is the graph where we plot income and output on the x-axis and ex ante savings and investment on the y-axis. Now we also learned that investment, we always talk about autonomous investment, and hence the graph of the investment or the investment curve will always be parallel to x-axis. Savings curve starts much below zero and goes up because as income increases, savings also increase. And it intersects the investment curve at a point, let us say E. At this point, savings is equal to investment, and that is what we are calling as equilibrium. Sometimes the savings are more than investment or savings are less than investment. All the points above E on the savings curve tell us that savings is more than investment, and all the points below E show that the savings is less than investment. Whatever be the condition, the economy tries to adjust itself in order to attain this equilibrium point where S is equal to I. Let's understand what this savings greater than investment mean. When savings is greater than investment, savings is more, that shows consumption is less. When consumption is less, the demand for goods and services will be less, and hence the supply is more. When the supply is more, it means there is increase in the inventory stock. So the producer has to reduce his production in order to attain equilibrium. And this process continues till the output in the economy becomes equal to demand. That is, investment becomes equal to savings. And then the economy achieves its equilibrium. On the other hand, when savings is less than investment, here this point is less than investment, savings is less, it shows consumption is more. Consumption is more tells us that there is more demand for goods and services than the supply in the market. So the demand is more and supply is less, inventory stock will be less, or there will be shortage of goods and services in the market. So the producer has to now increase his production in order to meet the demand in the market. How long will this happen? He will go on increasing his investment in order to produce the output till he is able to meet the demand. And the moment he attains this AD equal to AS or savings equal to investment, the economy again functions at equilibrium. So what is the necessary condition for the economy to work at equilibrium? Is when savings is equal to investment. Now the point at which there is equilibrium or savings is equal to investment is called the effective demand principle. So the effective demand refers to that level of income or output where ex ante aggregate demand is equal to ex ante aggregate supply, or AD is equal to AS. In other words, savings is equal to investment. Now this is an important question. What is effective demand principle? So you have questions like this. Explain how effective demand is attained if AD is greater than AS or AD is less than AS. In other words, when savings is greater than investment or savings is less than investment. So those are the types of questions that are asked.